here.
Assembly, honorable MLAs, advisors, officers present, and ladies and gentlemen, including the media friends. I must say that I'm privileged and getting the privilege to be here at this particular time. By default, I am here today. But as we know, this had started sometimes, sanction was given sometimes in 2006, and work began, but then it was stopped again because of other reasons, which I'm sure all of you know, and I'll not go into that. We are more fortunate because now, at last we can say that we have a whole equivalent to all the other, or better than the other states of the Northeast at least. We have been blaming, ourselves, saying that this has been depicting a sorry sight in our capital city. But from today onwards, I strongly feel that we can proudly say that this is going to be a show for the capital. We have so many programs, we have so many functions, and there is not a proper place to go and perform there. And therefore, the other day when we came up to see the hall, we had requested the sound system people also to full blast the music so that we listen to that, whether we have echo problems in the sound systems or not. And we are happy that things are going on. Things have been said very well. In this, I must compliment our new CEO, the Chief Executive Officer, because yes, within a short span that he's been here, things were moving on much before that, but the push is what was wanted. And the contractor and his team has come up with a wonderful show, and I would like to thank each one of them. And of course, our engineers who have been working with the Chief Executive Officer. Because unless there is someone who pushes things to move, it doesn't really get done by itself. I'm really thankful to, especially our Honorable Chief Minister, who has been after such a project, so that one day we can perform here. And today is the first day that we are here. Yes, all the chairs have not been fitted as yet, but as you have already heard, there will be almost 1,850 chairs, which will be very comfortably accommodated. And I'm sure after this program is over, you will come inside and see from the stage also how the stage and the cultural hall is looking like. And once again, I want to thank all of you for coming this morning, and especially our Honorable Chief Minister, who had inaugurated and dedicated our hall. And I thank even our pastor who has come and said the invocation prayer. Once again, thank you all for coming and witnessing this inaugural program. Thank you.
Honorable Deputy CM, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Ministers, Advisors, and MLAs, Reverend Dr. Rasale Theunuo, Pastor, Union Baptist Church, Kohima, Mr. President Nume, Vocal Instructor at Symphony Academy of Music, respected Chief Secretary and DGP, respected senior officers, our esteemed contractor, Mr. Neiphiu Rio, members from Board of Directors SPV, members from Smart City Forum, distinguished guests from churches, NGOs, and different organizations, media persons, ladies and gentlemen. Of the then Prime Minister late Atal Bihari to Kohima. The project of this cultural hall was proposed at the cost of rupees 17.60 crores, of which Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs had sanctioned rupees 5.66 crore, that is 33% of the project cost in 2005, and state share was 11.94 crores. But the project was undertaken by Urban Development, but unfortunately, the department could not complete the project due to funding pattern, fund constraints, and some legal issues. And the project was handed over to Kohima Smart City in September 2009. The 2 minutes video has shown the details of this hall before and after taken over by Smart City. In the project by Smart City, we have divided the project into 2 phases. First, civil construction amounting to rupees 14.84 crores. And the second, ancillary parts amounting to rupees 21.51 crores. Both the civil works and ancillary works were given to MS Chabu and Co. through competitive tenders. Completion of civil works was given for 18 months with effect from 14 September 2019, but it was delayed for 8 months due to last year's pandemic, and now all civil work have been completed in all respect. Completion of ancillary works was given for 4 months with effect from 23rd July 2021 for inauguration on 1st December 2021, that is today. And contractor has completed about 99% of ancillary works, and that is how we are inaugurating the project today. Before going to other slides, it will be incomplete on my part if I don't mention this. I, on behalf of Kohima Smart City Development Limited, would like to express my profound gratitude to Mr. Neiphiu Rio and his team for successfully completing this project up to this stage with remarkable workmanship. And I should say that this is one of the best infrastructures that our state has ever achieved. This is also the second major project that Kohima Smart City has completed so far, and it has set an exemplary workmanship to public in general and to the contractors in particular. This Capital Cultural Complex has G+4, that is ground floor with 4 floors, having auditorium seating capacity of 1,800 with the following features.
Sri Himato Zhimomi, Principal Secretary, Urban Development, my honorable colleagues, Deputy CM, and Advisor, Dr. Neikiesalie Kire of the Urban and Municipal Affairs, other honorable colleagues, ministers, advisors, and MLAs present here, invitees, and also our respected Reverend Dr. Theunuo, leaders from civil societies, our church organizations, public leaders, and respected Engineer Theunuo, CEO Kohima Smart City, friends from the press and media, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to be standing in front of you to have inaugurated this magnificent capital cultural hall in Kohima. It has a long history, how it came about. Affairs Department, the ministry invited all the Honorable Chief Minister's conference to develop a smart city. And I represented with my officials in that the proposal for smart cities was a population of 10 lakhs and above. So after the Honorable Minister had finished his speech, my turn came, and I protested that in hill states, particularly northeast, we don't have that 10 lakhs population except Assam. And that means we're all out from the smart city. So I pleaded that though the population criteria we may not fulfill, at least capital of the state should be included in the project. And in that meeting, it was supported by all such smaller states and who don't have the population. Approved and agreed, though that criteria remains in the mainland. And this was taken up under GNN, URM, and that's how we started the conceptualized since 2003, and the report you have just heard. We have come through a long way, and we had gone through bad weathers because the funding was not available, and even when the people took us to court, but good sense prevailed and it was settled outside the court. And after that, the next phase was again conceptualized and brought already smart city as mentioned. The redesigned and chastened as recreational tourism project under the heritage tourism as part of the Smart City project. And so, by God's blessing and the efforts given by all concerned, yes, it is under the Urban Development Department. It is being implemented under the Smart City Mission, and we could get funding from there. But otherwise, this involves so many departments. It involves the power department, the fire department, the PHE department, the PWD department, and arts, culture. So we are grateful and we appreciate all the people I cannot name, but I appreciate and I place on record my appreciation and my congratulations to all the people who have made our dreams come true. When this was going for too long, and when we again formulated on the Smart City, I asked the department, and later part, we had a meeting, and I set a deadline that we must inaugurate the capital cultural hall on 1st December 2021. Yes, because of pandemic, work could not be taken up, but we kept our promise, and through pressure, the department led by CEO Theunuo and his team of engineers, the officers and the contractors and his team made it a real magnificent whole. And I'm sure this will become the pride of our state. Not only Kohima, the pride of our Nagaland state. We have so many rich culture, so many talented musicians, artisans, singers. We used to have so many large gatherings of church conventions, public functions, and also seminars. And that's how I hope we will make very good use and then utilize all the potentials and the infrastructure built. As mentioned, I can proudly say that this is a world class, and therefore we should take care. Maintenance will not be easy. It will cost money because we have to hire the technicians. And I believe our youths who are engineers, electrical, sounds, and all event managements will put together. And as CEO had mentioned, maybe sometime we'll need to use the technicians and a team to manage for us. But by and by, it is a challenge for our youth that our local people should get trained. And as and when we are ready, we can take over. And this will give a lot of employment opportunities for the youth and technicians. And so,